Alright, so I need to do this video real quick because I'm really annoyed and I'm really frustrated. And if I'm being a little ranty, I'm sorry, but this is what YouTube is about, right? It's about to share your feelings, your emotions, and just have a conversation and try to connect with people. And just let me know if you guys feel the same way, right? Which is, man, we've been lied to. It's really embarrassing to know that we've been lied to. Now, what I mean by being lied to was, we were always told going to college, right, is the path to go. That was the path for the American dream, was to go to college. That's the beginning. That's the first step. So you go to college, and now, unfortunately, with school being so high, you have student loans, and they keep on telling you that's the path. But hey, you know, if you have student loans, that's okay. You're gonna get a job in the future, and pay you so much, and it's not that big a deal, right? You're investing in yourself. And we all go along with it because, I mean, statistically, it is true. A lot of people who do have college degrees, they do get jobs that pay a lot more. Statistically, that's the case. So you go that route. Then everyone keeps on telling you you should get a house. And it's crazy, man. As soon as I graduated college, everyone's telling me, get a house, and you 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 get a house. My parents, everybody's harassing me, get a house, get a house. It's like everyone wants you to join that misery of getting a house. Because buying a house is beautiful, but it's ridiculously expensive. Especially now when people cannot afford it. So what we do, we fall into our lie that once you get a house, everything will be great, life will be easy. Now you got the house, you got the car, you got everything in life, and you recognize, wait a minute, I now basically have to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life in order to be happy. But then they tell you, well, you start investing your 401k, that way when you retire, you're golden. Okay, so you sacrifice now, everything now, for a future that is going to be wonderful. And just me saying that, it sounds dumb. It doesn't sound realistic at all. And it will make no sense for you to sacrifice so much now for a future that may never come. And with the way things are now in the economy, that future for a lot of people is not going to be a reality. That window of the American dream, which to some people was possible, is shut. It seems nearly impossible because I've been working my job for a very long time, and I am a very hard worker, and which is probably why I'm frustrated, because what I was lied to is you work hard, you get rewarded. But I'm a very hard worker. So to me, I put I just ignored everything and just work. That's it. That was my solution to everything. Work harder than people. Work harder. And then you start recognizing, wait a minute, my raises are not matching up. Promotions are not matching up. Mostly now, in pretty much every industry, when one person gets let go, you just gotta carry the weight. You're doing jobs with 3 to 4 people now. And it's just like, it's so frustrating and so annoying that no one does anything. But before, back in days, I remember managers, used to be like, oh, well, they get paid well, they got, they're managing and it's not that stressful for them. But now they're even with you venting, right? They even with you like, yo, this raise is ridiculous. Like a manager coming to you saying the raises are ridiculous and they're frustrated, it's not a good sign. But even though I am really I'm embarrassed by it and upset by the fact that I fell into this trap, I don't know it anymore. I don't fall into that trap anymore, because now it comes down to a point where it's like, if you don't change anything, then you choose that, right? If you don't change anything in life and you say, oh, I can't change this, okay, then that's what you choose. And I recognize I don't want this life. I don't want this life. I feel like, and let me know if you agree, we feel like we're destined for something a whole lot more than just working 9 to 5, right? Because the thing we all want the most is time. It doesn't mean that I hate a 9 to 5. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means that I hate the fact that I cannot do what I want to do when I want to do it. And that's what financial freedom is all about. That's what life is all about. You know, I'm not a religious person, but Jesus always wants us, always wants us to go to church. Everybody says to go to church. As we congregate, church. That's where everyone should go. And the Bible doesn't say everyone should congregate in a corporate building, in a cubicle, spending time with people who are not your family or your friends. I thought life was about spending more time with your family and friends rather than spending time with people in your work office, in the cubicle, right? And that's the way things are now. It feels like you spend more, it feels like it's the truth. You do spend more time with coworkers than you actually spend time with your family. That ain't right. That ain't right. Having to go to work a 9 to 5, which is, be honest with you now, nowadays is like 8 to like 7 or 8 to 8. For this? Nah. So I changed my whole philosophy, man. And I recognize too, right? I recognize too that a 9 to 5 is a safety net. It does provide for your family. It does give you enough to provide for your family. It does give you enough to get your basic needs. It gets enough to get you started. But it's not the end all be all that we all thought it was, right? It's not the place where you work for your whole entire life and you just retire. It's not. Now, if you're not an entrepreneur, then I get it. If I get it. If your life is your work, because some people out there, life is their work. I get it. I get it. I get it. I feel you. That's your thing. But that's not me. That's not me. That is certainly not me. I do not want to work a 9 to 5 the rest of my life. I want to have opportunities. And that's why now, because what held me back the most is I was scared. Everyone's scared to do something different because you're being different. You're not following the herd. And you don't want to be so different. People calling you out. And it's scary. It's scary trying to start something and you're failing it, or people don't believe in you. But I recognize most people that started anything in life, they were afraid too. But the difference between them and me is that they did it. Despite all that, they went and they pushed. They went and they pushed. So yes, the American dream is dead. Doesn't exist anymore. Now it's really all on you. It's on what you want to do, right? It's what I want to do. If I want to reach financial freedom, then damn it, I gotta go get financial freedom. If I want to make changes in my life, then I gotta go make those changes. I cannot get comfortable with a 9 to 5 because that's what 9 to 5 is. It's comfort. Security is comfort. And it doesn't work anymore. That's why now I put the courage to do YouTube videos to just see what happens, and I'm enjoying it. I love doing YouTube videos. I'm not monetized yet. I make no money from it, but I truly, truly enjoy it. In the future, maybe that day might come, right, where I could get monetized. I make some money on the side, where I don't need to rely strictly on 9 to 5, and I can make a decision if I want to continue working on 9 to 5 while my channel is doing great, or my other business venture I'm thinking about doing in the future, come to my getting into real estate is doing great. I can have that option. I could truly have that option. But you have to do something. Right? I had to do something. We all have to do something because it's just not working. It is not working. So, sorry guys, I got ranty, but just wanted to say that's why, man, my channel is coming off from that. It's coming from all that fire within me, which is I want to win and I want to see other people win too, because no one believed in me growing up. I mean, my parents did, but never to like the really believe in you and supporting you when you try to do something different. Because a parent is always a worry that you're gonna do something, you might lose your job, or your parents don't want you to be in any risky situation. That's just what parents do. But I want to be that person to encourage people it could be done. And the beautiful thing is I'm not there yet. I'm working towards it. I'm working towards financial independence. So my path could be your path. And you can see my journey. And we can see each other's journeys. Because that's what life's all about, man. Life's all about getting your time and to do all the things that you want to do. I remember there was a quote from George Carlin that was quite funny. He said, they call it the American dream because you have to be asleep. And that's the honest truth. When you're awake, right? And you're paying attention to the landscape of society, how things are going, you recognize the way to become successful is to be unconventional, to be different, and to leave that herd mentality and create things on your own and stop relying on people to give you the satisfaction or the encouragement to do something great, especially 9 to 5. 9 to 5 is not going to get you to where you want to go. It never has, and it never will.